wa ta'ala, that I stand before you in order to address you on the challenges of coronavirus, which the whole world is going through now. You recall that I addressed the state on the 23rd of March 2020, on which I directed the closure of some schools, all schools in the state, and took measures in order to prevent or stop the coronavirus from getting to our people in Gombe State. On that occasion, I equally announced the constitution of a committee headed by Professor Idris Mohammed to steer the fight against coronavirus in Gombe State. I mentioned during my speech that there were issues that even developed countries like America, Italy, the United Kingdom, China, and the rest of them were going through, and that we were not ready as a country and as a state at that moment and we were not really prepared to face the coronavirus endemic that was apparently coming to sweep through our state. Desperate efforts were made in order to make sure that we take the state out of that situation, whereby we would have been very hopeless and helpless. Alhamdulillah, this committee was able to do some work assiduously, and as a result, we were able to come up with some measures. So far, we've made observations that the level of compliance from the generality of the public is not really very encouraging. Reports have reached us that a lot of schools did not close at the times they were instructed to, and a lot of social gatherings continued unabated despite the order we gave out. Today, we are going to hold a session with the security agencies with a view to enforcing those requests or requirements so that the coronavirus endemic does not come and engulf us. Luckily for us, so far there is no case recorded, a positive or confirmed case in Gombe State. As at now, there is no confirmed case, but isolation facilities have been identified in some of the locations of the state. There is one at the specialist hospital, there is one at Kwadon, and we've identified potential areas at Kaltungo and Bajoga, which would serve across the state in case it becomes necessary for people to be moved to get health care in case they are afflicted or affected by the disease. As a result, we have decided to take further steps so that we will ensure and guarantee compliance by the people and extend whatever support they will need without hindrance if that need arises. So for that, I'm directing from today that all public gatherings are hereby suspended in the state until further notice. Public gatherings, be they of any form or any type, interstate travels, that is by commuting through motor parks and public transportation, and even private transportation, will be suspended effective from Sunday, the 29th of March 2019, midnight. Civil servants on grade levels 1 to 12 are being asked to work from their homes for 2 weeks, from Monday, the 30th of March 2019. However, this does not affect officers on essential services like health workers, fire service, water works, and those that are working for supply of water to the general public, and equally those that are working to ensure power supply to the people. All social outfits like clubbing, beer parlors, and other places of socializing have been suspended and are being directed to close with immediate effect. The general public is equally being reminded to ensure social distancing and to maintain personal hygiene, particularly by constantly washing their hands with soap and sanitizers. Government will work towards providing more of facilities for hand washing and sanitization in public places so that they can be used where necessary. I wish to reiterate the need to all the members of the general public to support one another on the fight against the coronavirus, as the fight against coronavirus is a collective responsibility. I also wish to reiterate my call on the traditional, religious, and social leadership of our people to make sure that the generality of the people comply with this directive whenever they are called to do so. And we hereby advise that non-compliance should be supervised and controlled by the members of security agencies who are out to serve the people. I thank you very much, and I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guide and protect us